deben saber el lugar que ocupan.
Maganda nga ba ang movie na ito or is it just hype? Yan ang pag-uusapan natin sa review nito of Gomburza. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel here at A Vlogs. And let's dive into my review of this movie that a lot of people have been raving about, have been, excited to see for the Metro Manila Film Fest for 2023. Again, this is entitled Gomburza. It revolves around the story, a historical account, if you will, of three priests, Padre Gomez, Padre Burgos, and Padre Zamora. And they are actually real-life people in Philippine history who were accused and who were executed via garrote or strangulation back in the 1800s during the Spanish rule for insubordination, for yung sinasabi na nagsimula or nag-spark ng isang uprising, isang battle, and in a way, they were said to have sparked a revolt against the Spanish rule. So I feel like that is something I want to start off with in terms of the story. This, in relation to my video of Napoleon, which I talked about before, ito feel ko this is another example of something that mixes history and fiction. Historically accurate dapat ang isang movie na ganito with a lot and tons of research that has to be done in order to make it accurate and to make it really a representation of what happened in history. So you really have to research and all. And I feel like this was done here. Jesuits really pioneered or really was at the forefront. Sila yung nag-produce ng gantong movie na ito. But another side here is we still have to think that this is still fiction. Paano siya naging fiction kung historically sound siya? And it's basically, we were not part of history. We weren't there in that scenario. Hindi natin alam yung mga mannerisms and how they said things and how or what they actually said during that time. In a way, there's something left into the interpretation of the producers, the directors, and even the actors. But I loved how this film was able to capture the essence of history and still make it entertaining, still make it a work of fiction, a work of art in terms of the flow of the story. Now, para sa akin, honestly, medyo mabagal. Hindi naman mabagal all throughout. Like, it was exciting in the beginning. Somewhere towards the middle, it just became a bit slow, a tad slow lang. But then towards the end, feel ko doon talaga na-redeem yung story again. Everything was really well laid out and medyo mabilis lang towards the end. Mabilis, parang nag-chop up and nag-fast forward yung pacing. But I love how there was almost like the CTA. It was a nice, well-rounded ending sa dulo. Talagang full circle siya na sobrang ganda in bringing up or boosting Filipino pride. It has like a very heavy sound but very inspiring message, especially kung Pinoy ka. Now, when it comes to the cinematography, to the visuals, this is where I kind of felt things were compromised in the sense na maganda yung visuals, maganda yung color grading, maganda yung very aesthetic vibes niya. It's really good, to be honest. But I felt like it was also obvious that there were like dimly lit situations, yung lighting niya para hindi gano'n kahalata yung set design. Yung time period kasi medyo crucial yan no? So there were choices in the settings that medyo feel ko limited sila. And because of that, medyo evident siya sa camera angles, sa lighting. So doon mo mapapansin na parang, ay teka lang, hindi fully developed din kasi. And I felt like it's gonna be a big budget film if they're gonna make set design, set pieces, and studios and whatnot from scratch. One of the highlights for me, to be honest, besides the story, is yung acting. Did I agree with Cedrick Juan being best actor? I felt like as a theater actor, as someone who grew up or was more immersed in that world, he did a pretty good job in balancing out the role and the requirement for him as an actor in this particular role as Padre Burgos. Padre Gomez was also an institution already as an actor. And for me, one of the biggest highlights, to be honest, however, was Enchong Dee. Enchong Dee was actually really amazing here. He gave a different side to him, especially towards the end. It was just amazing. Now, one of the things na comment ng pinsan ng wife ko is the Spanish, medyo may accent. I mean, hindi naman sila talaga Spanish or they're not, you know, fluent. So, medyo mapapansin mo siya.
Dejen de promover estos ideas radicales.
But I don't think it was something all that distracting. But overall, to be honest, Gomburza, it's a nice, decent film. There are a couple of cracks, a couple of things that I felt could be done, could have been better. I give this film actually a score of 8 out of 10. Again, there are better things that could have been done, but overall, I enjoyed what we got from Gomburza. It is definitely a good recommendation if you're looking for something to watch for the MMFFs for this year. That's pretty much it for this review. Ano thoughts nyo? Napanood nyo na ba ang Gomburza? Leave a comment down below if you have. And even if you haven't, leave a comment down below. I'd love to know your thoughts. Once again, my name is Aram here at Avlogs. Don't forget to make every day into an adventure. God bless, guys, and peace.